Hey there, this is Jared Hill, and today we're going to take a look at Offmaps. You are watching the App Podcast, and Offmaps allows you to save map data for when it is not available. Basically, if you use the Maps app in the iPhone for directions or whatnot, you can't use it when you're not able to connect to the internet. So if you are out in the middle of nowhere and you need a map, you're basically going to be out of luck with your iPhone. So this app allows you to save your map data offline. So the first thing you're going to need to do is type in a city or a destination that you want to search. So I'm going to type in Fresno, and we're going to get Fresno, California here. So why I would want to add that, I don't know, but we're going to. So we've got Fresno here. I could zoom around, and the map shows up just as I would see it normally. Then I would hit that tab there. I would select an area that I would want to save into my maps, and then I would select the zoom level, and it would say how many map images I'm basically going to get and how much space that's going to take up. So I'm going to increase the size a little bit here just so I could zoom in further. Of course, that's going to increase the amount of map images it's going to download and the size of the file. So I'll go ahead and hit start download, and it's going to download that and then ask me if I would like to add it as a bookmark, and I'll hit yeah, sure, add it as a bookmark. I could then title it appropriately if I'd like. So now we're going to go into settings where we have our map units. We can set force offline mode, the heads-up display enabled, or we can clear the cache. I'm going to force it into offline mode so we could pretend that we're offline. So you'll see here now we've got our Fresno selection, but then you can see everything around there is not available. So I could zoom in here on my Fresno map to an extent. Oops, if you click on the tab on the little pin, it'll want to rename it. So I could zoom in a little bit more here, and then I get to the point where I've zoomed in too far. So I'll have to zoom back out some in order to get back. So I can click here and go to my bookmarks. I could go over to Modesto, let's uncheck nearby Fresno, and hit the Modesto map that I had saved a little bit earlier. And so now we're looking at that, and we can see some map information until we zoom in too far. So this will save you if you are out in the middle of nowhere. Obviously I've searched a couple of cities that have decent 3G service, so we're not going to have to worry about that. But if you are on a road trip or something, this app would become very useful. You have your heads-up display right here, this little button on the side that basically goes full screen mode. So if you have some sort of a holster for your iPhone, you have your full viewing area, and then of course you can turn that back off. And then we also, like I showed you before, have our information here. I'm going to go ahead and turn that back online. And then when doing search, up here we have city, street, point of interest, or wiki. And so we have a couple of different options as far as search, or we can look for our specific suggested location using the built-in 3G triangulation, and it will find out exactly where we are, so we could save that specific map. Just in case 3G goes down or internet goes down or something like that. So Offmaps allows you to save map data in an offline state so that you can search it later and find out exactly where you're going, or use that map for anything for that matter. So it's a great app to have because we all know that the networks are not always 100% stable, so it's good to have that information on hand. So check out Offmaps in the App Store and leave your review and thoughts on our website, theapppodcast.com. Take care.